To find the density, you need to find the slope of your line of best fit. And there are several ways to do that. I'm sure that you've had to find the slope of a line before in your math class, and this is really no different. Some students have tried to determine the slope by using 2 points and using those coordinate pairs to come up with a slope. But I need to caution you that you do not use these points. You actually need to use points that lie on this line. So we're finding the slope that lies on this line. We're not finding the slope between two of our data points. We're finding the slope of our line of best fit. One of those points on the line of best fit is the origin. So really all you need is 1 point on this line and to come up with the slope. For example, I always look at my line of best fit, and I don't know if you can see this on the recording or not, but I'm also looking at the light blue lines of the graph paper, and I try to find out where these two light blue lines exactly intersect my line of best fit. And it looks like it comes really close right here at 5, and whatever this line is over here, see 2, 4, 6, 8. Right? So if I'm looking at the slope, the rise over the run, the rise over the run, the rise, let me write this right down here. If we're looking at the density is equal to the slope is equal to the rise over the run, and the rise in this case is 2, 4, 6, 8 over 5. That is 8 grams over 5 milliliters. And I can get a numerical value for that with my calculator. So density is equal to 1.6 grams per milliliter. The next question is did we do a good job? Is 1.6 grams per milliliter, how close did that come to the actual value? And I know from my research that the actual density is 1.68 grams per milliliter. So I want to calculate my percent air, which is my measured value minus my actual value divided by my actual value times 100, which is equal to negative 4.8%. But since this is supposed to be absolute value, then it's just 4.8% air, and that's pretty good. Okay. So that's all I want you to do for the analysis, and then all we have left to do is to write a concluding statement. For this experiment, I'm going to say that if your percent air is greater than 20%, you need to explain why. Maybe there was something that happened during the experiment which caused you to have some air. If your air is less than 20%, then good job. And your concluding statement needs to be either your explanation as to why your air was greater than 20%, or you just need to say if your air was less than 20% that you were able to measure the density within a reasonable amount of air. Okay, and then you give yourself a pat on the back because your project is complete.